Democrats are not in good shape, and one of the big reasons is because they're bad at messaging. One of my dear friends, Thom Hartmann, and he's been a friend of ours for so many years. He's honestly one of the smart. He's smart, the same caliber you are. I would put you and Hartmann in the same smart category. He nailed it. Talk about it.
He's got this wonderful new piece out talking not just about the messaging, but why Republicans are able to capture people's attention. And it all comes down to the rule of three. Because the three big issues Republicans have been talking about for months, and they're now also the top three issues for voters in the midterms: economy, crime, and immigration.
Yeah.
And that is the three things Republicans keep hammering on. Right. And all they have to do is mention the name. They don't have to go into specifics.
No.
They just say the economy is bad, crime is horrible, immigration is terrible. But when you have it in three, Tom points out, because he has a background in neuroscience, he knows how the brain physically works.
Thom Hartmann is crazy smart. He is the smartest man I've ever been around.
He truly is. But he points out that the human brain recognizes the number three as a pattern.
Yes.
And it almost becomes embedded in the brain when you hear bump, bump, bump.
Yeah, he gives some great example. It's life, liberty, in the pursuit of happiness. That is one of his examples, and he talks about why do we remember that? Why does that seem just to flow as well as it flows? Because there's been a ton of studies. But the Democrats now, let me see, if you take what they're talking about, they move from abortion to gender rights to race rights to name it. They're all over the place.
Policing.
That's right. That's
climate change.
There you go.
So they've got a whole list that it doesn't work because you can't boil it down fast enough for these people.
Yeah, the best you can do is the American public is going to listen to three messages, and they're going to be able to boil those down in three messages. But you know what? The truth is, there again, it's leadership. I mean, they don't have the leadership to say, hey, you've got a lot of good things to talk about. You've done a lot of good things for the economy. You've helped jobs. They've got a ton of stuff to talk about. But no, they're always driven to the low-hanging fruit, what they think is low-hanging: abortion, gender rights, race, as you point out, a half a dozen other things.
Well, and those issues, according to the polls, they're very important, but they are not moving voters.
No,
and that's what the audience has to understand. That's what the Democrats have to understand. We're not saying they're not important, but we're saying people out there are telling you they don't care.
But what is the Republican message? Top of the economy, crime, border, all those things. We know it as soon as it comes out of your mouth. Yeah. That's what I want to go vote on.
Well, and Biden could counter this with his own list of three. Infrastructure bill, which was huge.
It was huge,
COVID response. And, oh man, I'm pulling a Rick Perry. I can't remember the third thing. Oh, student loans. Student loans,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't know. I think it's too little too late, but maybe they can learn the next time around. That's a possibility.
2024 is right around the corner, and they need to get on it now.
Yeah, let's hope, okay. Farron, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
That's all for this week, but all these segments are going to be available this coming week right here on this channel, and you can follow us on Twitter at America's Lawyer. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this has been America's Lawyer, where every week we tell you stories that corporate media won't tell you because their advertisers order them not to tell you, or political connections won't allow for it because they're too tied to a political party. We'll see you next time.